Have you seen the state of her body? If I beat it, I ain't wearing a Johnny. Adiola, I wanna roll with a geezer.
What's up, everyone? It's the girl, TheKyannaAlexandra, Alexandra, and I'm back on your screen, and I'm back with another video. As you can tell by today's title, I'm giving y'all a story time about me meeting up with my ex-girlfriend. So if you guys know anything about me, you guys know I had a girlfriend some years ago. We broke up, and then I moved from place to place to place, ended up in DC, and you know I ended up in DC before moving to LA, and then before moving to LA I went to Pride in New York. So I never really told anybody how that weekend went. Only a few people know how that went and what came of it afterwards. So I'm gonna let y'all know what happened that weekend. So if you want to hear a little bit more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn on those post notifications, leave a comment in the comment section down below after you hear the story time about what happened when I met up with my ex. And let's just hop right into the video. So for Pride Month of 2019, I was doing this thing called the Pride Tour. And I started this Pride Tour because I wanted to go to every single Pride that I could within the month of June. But what happened is that, you know, Pride is only hosted on weekends. So every weekend of the month of June in 2019, I was really in every different city. Like I know I was in Toronto, I was in Baltimore, I did the DC Pride, I did New York Pride, and there's another Pride that I'm missing, but I did do that also. So the 5 weekends that was in June, I was everywhere. I was in everybody's Pride, right? So the weekend we're talking about is New York Pride. So of course, the last weekend of June, New York always hosts a Pride. So I said, okay, I'm going to go. And I think this year was World Pride. If I'm mistaken, my bad. But I think, if I'm mistaken, my bad. But I believe this year was World Pride. So I was like, I'm not missing this. Like, I'm gonna go to Pride, right? So I go, right? One night I was hanging with one crew of people and we went to a party, blah, blah, blah. And then the other night I went to another party with some IG people, meeting up with them for the first time, went to that party. And then the third party I went to, it was me and this girl that I used to go to summer camp with, right? And so we're at the party, right? The party is jumping. This party is in Manhattan. I believe it was in Soho, but don't quote me on the party, but I know it was in Manhattan for a fact, right? So this party is in Soho. Me and my friend, we jump in, we're in the party, we're dancing, having a good time, we're drinking, blah, 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 right? You know, regular party stuff. And I see some of your favorite YouTubers come in, like Amber's Closet, Tia and Elon. I think Jasmine was there. I'm not sure if Arrows was there. It was just different groups of YouTubers that was in this party. So I was like, yo, I'm at the right party. Like, I know I'm at the right party. The thing was packed, the thing was jumping, it was moving. Just the kind, just the party you like to be at, right? So I'm like, yes, like, mad hype to be at this party, because after this, it was go time to move to LA, because I was moving to LA at the end of July. So I literally had one more month in DC. So I was partying my ass off, just, all right, you party and now time to work, right? At this point, I think it's like, I really can't tell you what time it was. I cannot tell you what time it was. I know it was late in the night and the party was kind of winding down. People were getting ready to go and stuff like that. Some people wanted to go to like an after party, but I think at that point my friend and I were just like, nah, like we're just gonna head out. Okay, cool, no problem. So the party has 3 floors. It's a bottom floor, a middle floor, and a top floor. And when we first went into the party, we was at the top floor. Then we went to the middle floor, the bottom floor, just trying to fill out, because each different floor was playing different music. And we ultimately decided to stay on the top floor because that's where it was most lively and legit, like that's where all the people were at. And even on that top floor, like they had us, they were shucking oysters, so I was like shooting them back and all that stuff. If I find any photos of this party, I'm going to post them here, right? So like I said, the party is winding down and it's time to go. You know, they not doing last call, but just like, you can tell the music is changing, the vibe is changing. They start to kind of turn the lights on. You know, when the party's over, the party's over. You know when the party's over. So we're upstairs, right? I was on the line to go to the bathroom because we had to pee, right? So I'm sitting there out, like not sitting, but I'm standing there on the line going to the bathroom, waiting to go in. They played Old Town Road, right? I'm lit. So you know, at the time, Old Town Road was popping, shadopping. So I'm gonna take my horse, you know, screaming, shaking my ass, twerking, all that. Then, so the bathroom door was open, like it's the bathroom, the door, and then you can see the rows of the stalls. And the stalls, of course, had doors on them, but you can tell like that area was the bathroom. Here's the line to get into the bathroom, and you can just wait online and go to the bathroom, right? So the bathroom door is open. So I'm like, you know, minding my business, XYZ, and I turn back, and then like double take, and I see my ex washing her hands. Yo, when I tell you, like, I really thought that was fake, because like, it's Pride weekend, right? It's Pride weekend, and then on top of it being Pride weekend, I'm in New York, and New York had mad different Pride parties going on. So why, when I turn my head, I see my ex, and I'm like, no way, no way. And so the girl with me is like, yo, what happened? What's up? And I'm like, I think that's my ex. And she's like, shut the fuck up, no way. And I'm like, nah, bro, like, I think that's my ex. And she starts to like come out of the bathroom, and I'm like, yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her. I was like, oh, what the hell? So she comes out the bathroom and she sees me, and we look at each other and we're like, oh my God, hey, oh my God. And we give each other a hug and stuff like that. And so of course we catch up. Hey, what's up? How are you? How have you been? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. What's going on? How's DC treating you? How's New York treating you? La, 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 XYZ. Just like all this other stuff. Regular catch up stuff like that. I introduced her to the girl I was with. No big deal, no nothing like that. She told me she was with a group of friends, and she was with a big group of people. So I was like, dang, she outside. But she was with a group of people. I was with my friend, whatever. And we was catching up. So we probably was speaking for like a good 15-20 minutes and stuff like that. I think her friend came over, and I was like, hey, what's up? Girl. And they kind of went about their business, right? So I'm still sitting here talking to her, and we're catching up. So at this point I tell her like, oh yeah, like by August 1st I'm moving to LA, like I'm out, like I'm not staying in DC, whatever. She's like, how you like DC? And I'm like, I don't like DC, I'm moving. And she's like, what? And she was like, oh my God, like you're finally gonna move to LA? Because I've always wanted to move to LA, like always wanted to move to LA. If you know me, you know LA was the place I was supposed to be in, like that's just that. So I tell her that, and she's like, oh, that's crazy. She's like, I'm gonna be in LA for the first couple weeks in August. Y'all. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like if you're gonna be in LA, like cool. She's like, oh, maybe we could meet up sometime if you want. Like cool, that sounds like a good idea. At this point in my life, when it came to her, like I was not rushing to make no plans, la with her. If we was gonna meet, we was gonna meet, and if we wasn't gonna meet, we wasn't gonna meet. We said our goodbyes or whatever, just gave each other a hug, that's that. She was like, okay, like nice seeing you, like this is weird, this is wild, this is crazy, because again, out of all like the places to be in New York, like we were just both in the same place, and mind you, I didn't even live in New York anymore. So you know, do with that information what you will, but it just felt wild, right? So after that, I go back to DC and I plan everything out. I buy my plane ticket, blah, 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 blah. I move to LA, right? I'm living in LA now. There's no more DC. DC is a dead done deal. Like, I don't live in DC anymore. So I'm on the other side of the coast, baby. Like, I'm on the other side of the country. Like, I live here now. Clearly, as you guys know, I live here. When it came down to it, she came to LA. And she came to LA, right? Like, she said she was going to do it because she said she has a couple of things to do out here. I think she was getting ready to go to grad school or some shit like that. I don't remember why she was in LA, but she was in LA. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, you're in LA. So she's like, oh, I'm free this day, this day, this day. What day works best for you? Now, you know, just trying to figure out plans to meet up. And we ultimately decided on a day. And we ultimately decided we're going to go to either, it was Venice Beach is where we went. We went to Venice Beach. We go to this little restaurant in Venice Beach. And she is vegan, by the way. So I think it was like a little vegan spot or whatever. Fine, XYZ. We talk, again, catch up, talk about how weird it was that we just met up at Pride, and that was the party that we were supposed to go to together before we broke up, but we didn't go because we broke up. So we just happened to meet each other at that party, which was weird. Blah 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 blah. Just like normal chatter, chit chat. How you been? What you doing? What's your life been like? Right? So then we go. We sit on the beach. We chat some more. XYZ, and we're just there chatting. And so then she tells me that she has to get back home or whatever, to her friend's house or wherever she was staying at, because she wasn't staying at a hotel or whatever. And I said, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna head out anyway. To, you know, I'm gonna head out. Like, okay, cool. So in that little meeting or whatever, we kissed, and I accidentally touched her boob. And I was like, oh shit, my bad. Like, and she was like, oh, you never gotta apologize for touching her boob. And I'm like, okay, but we're not together, and I don't know you like that no more. Like, ooh. But we did kiss, and we went about our business, right? That was that. And in that moment, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all, like in that moment, I was like, do I wanna pursue this? But I was like, I'm gonna be chill, I'm gonna be cordial, like, la la la. I ain't say nothing. I let shit go, and that was that. Then we meet up again. So like I said, I'm living in LA now. This is my home city. This is my base right now. And she comes back out to LA in February, and it's around Valentine's Day, but it's not Valentine's Day, just around that time. So we meet up again. We go to this vegan spot. I don't remember what area that was in, where we went. We went to some vegan spot in LA, but I don't know what part of LA that was in, but whatever, it was a vegan spot. It was pretty decent. So we go. And at this point, I'm like, look, I don't even want the relationship. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't want the relationship. But if you want to hand that box over, I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm never gonna turn down some punani dani flani. You know, like I'm never gonna turn that down if it's something that I've had before and that didn't like end on bad terms. You know, like it was no abuse, no cheating, it wasn't none of that. So I was like, whatever, you know. So I was ready. That night I was like hot, heavy, ready. Like I put on these dress. I had on this black dress and I put it on, and I had on boots. I think I had on boots. I'm not really sure. I had on boots, and I had on just like this little cover up thing because I was feeling myself. Okay, I was feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. After dinner, I'm thinking, this is why you should mind your business, right? So at dinner, she's telling me she got a person, she got a girl, blah blah blah, and I'm like, ooh, okay, well, I see where this is going. But she also tells me like they're in an open relationship, so I'm like, oh, I'm back in, baby. It doesn't take the turn you expect to take. So we go outside, and I'm waiting for my Uber, right? Because I'm thinking, you know, but it quickly came to realize like, oh no, I gotta go back to my friend's house, because again, she was staying with her friend. She wasn't staying out in no hotel or no Airbnb, nothing like that. Oh no, I gotta go to my friend's house, la 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 la. Okay, so I'm waiting on the Uber cancels. Okay, bet. So we on the side of the street, we get to kissing, blah 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 blah. We all kissing, we all touching. I got on a dress, so her hands is in between my legs, XYZ, la la la. And then we're like, you know what, no. She's like, no, I don't I don't want to know, because like I can't finish a lot. No. Okay. Okay. So I called my Uber and I did. And at that point I was like, you know what? Baby, why did I even do this? Why did I even think that I was gonna... No. Yeah, after that, like, we just spoke on like regular friendly stuff. She now lives in LA, which is weird, but I don't really, no, we're cordial. I don't consider that a friend, because that's not a person I tell things to. That's not a friend, it's just a cordial person. But anyway, that is the story time on what happened when I met up with my ex, especially in LA. And I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, and comment in the comment section down below. Follow me on all my social medias at TheKyannaAlexandra, and follow me on Twitter at TheKyannaAlex. I couldn't add Alexandra because Twitter is weird and I couldn't add Alexandra. Also, you guys know I'm a resin shop owner. I'm a small business owner, so go ahead and follow my business on Instagram at The Golden Egotist. And if you want to shop, go ahead and shop at TheKyannaAlexandra.com/The Golden Egotist, where you can find all your resin glamour needs. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.